back like the seats of an 86 Delta 88 coupe on D's and Bones, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Going live in a minute, Blizzard King. This is Winter Dennis Sperling Podcast. You are rocking with the realest black men represented. Ain't no lies, cause we winning. Catching flies, ain't no feelings. Uncle D, we the villain, baby. We just left the village, baby. Now we in them villas, baby. Dennis Sperling Podcast, tuning in, we get it, baby. You can hate the player, hate the game. We love all you haters. Hate watch, hate watch. Calling lovely ladies, hands on your knees. You can thank us later. We snatching the crowns off of queens. We obliterate them. Tell the truth, shame the devil. They trying to eliminate us. You begging the sipping haters. Peeling layers off potatoes. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Sperling Podcast. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Sperling Podcast. Whoa.
We have to clean up what's going on in our house before we do anything else. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Blizzard King with the cold, hard truth. And I want to talk about something that is often overlooked, but it's absolutely crucial for building strong, lasting relationship. And that's respect. Shout out to the great queen, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, Aretha Franklin. So specifically, why men must adopt a zero tolerance policy for disrespect in their lives, especially from a woman they intend to build a relationship with. Let's start with a simple truth. Respect is the currency of manhood. If a man allows himself to be disrespected, he's essentially giving up a part of who he is. And over time, that disrespect doesn't just affect his self-esteem, it erodes the very foundation of his identity. And this is especially true in relationships. Let's talk about dynamics in relationships. Imagine a man who lets his woman speak to him in ways that belittle him. At first, it might seem harmless, a sarcastic remark here, a slight jab there. But if this behavior goes unchecked, it escalates. And here's the kicker. The woman who disrespects her man knows this. She knows what she's doing. And if she can disrespect him, then others can too. In her eyes, he's become weaker, less confident, and ultimately less attractive. This isn't just an opinion. It's psychology. It's what happened. It's lived experience. Respect is tied to a man's sense of worthiness and competence. And when it's undermined, so is his ability to lead and make decisions and carry himself with confidence. Over time, the man she once admired transforms into someone she no longer respects or even wants to be with. That's when the relationships crumble. Let me give you an example. A man I know, let's call him James. He was in a long-term relationship. At first, things were great, but over time, his woman started testing his boundaries. She interrupted him in conversations, made jokes at his expense in public, and ignored his input in important decisions. Instead of addressing it, my man James stayed silent, trying to be cool. He thought he was being a good guy. He was being tolerant or nice. And that just meant letting it slide. Okay? But here's what happened. Her behavior worsened, and eventually she stopped seeing him as a leader in the relationship. She started confiding in other male friends, and eventually the relationship fell apart. Not because James was a bad person, but because he allowed disrespect to seep into the relationship. Look, why does this happen? Well, respect is masculinity. Okay? For men, respect isn't just a preference, it's essential. When a woman disrespects a man, it chips away at his confidence and his self-esteem, or his sense of self also. And, and the thing is, attraction is linked to respect. Women are naturally drawn to strength, confidence, and decisiveness. Disrespect strips these qualities away, creating a vicious cycle where the man becomes less of what she admired in the first place. Okay? And boundaries maintain stability. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and boundaries. When a woman tests that man's boundaries, okay, that man must reinforce them. And without this, the emotional safety collapses and resentment takes root. Now, some of y'all might think this sounds harsh or intolerant, but let me tell you, having zero tolerance for disrespect isn't about being a jerk. It's about preserving the integrity of your relationship, your family, and your future. Think about this. If you allow disrespect early on, it sets the tone for the entire relationship. It sends a message that your boundaries don't matter. And once that line is crossed, it's hard to go back. In other words, once the respect is lost, it's hard to get back. So it's best to keep respect, maintaining the relationship from the onset. See, a man who refuses to tolerate disrespect shows that he values himself. He communicates that while he's willing to love, protect, and provide, he will not be deemed or diminished. This isn't just for him. It's for the health of the relationship. When a woman knows she can't cross that line, it fosters mutual respect and admiration. Here's the hard part. You have to be willing to walk away if your boundaries are consistently violated, fellas. It's not easy, especially when emotions are involved, but it's necessary. Why stay in a relationship destined to end in frustration, resentment, or even divorce? Why? Gentlemen, let's be clear. Adopting a zero tolerance policy for disrespect isn't just about standing up for yourself. It's about setting the standard for your relationship, your family, and your life. Respect is the foundation of everything. And without it, relationships crumble, families fall apart, and you lose yourself in the process. Establish your boundaries early, enforce them consistently, and never hesitate to walk away from someone who refuses to respect you. Now, I know this goes against everything you've been told. Society tells you to play nice, to be accommodating, to let things slide. That's nonsense. Here's the cold, hard truth. Your woman wants you to check her. She needs you to establish and reestablish those boundaries because she's going to test you again and again. Why? To make sure you're still tough enough to take care of yourself, her, the family, and everything you all have built together. You are her first line of defense. You're the protector of your children, your home, and everything under your care. But not holding the line, by not checking your woman, you're doing her and yourself a massive disservice. Stop trying to be the nice guy. The nice guy gets walked on, disrespected, and ultimately discarded. That's why they finish last. There's nothing wrong with being kind, but don't confuse kindness with being a pushover. A real man is firm. A real man sets boundaries and enforces them. And a real man understands that respect isn't optional, it's mandatory. At the end of the day, no relationship, no woman, no situation is worth sacrificing your dignity, your self-respect, or your manhood. Hold the line or risk losing everything. This is the Blizzard King with the cold, hard truth.
Dennis Burley Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe.